When it comes to alternative investments, what you don't know can absolutely hurt you. Most deals, they don't fall apart because of the asset itself. They fail because something critical was missed during due diligence. That's the part most passive investors never hear about. You see, when you invest on Wall Street, there are analysts and institutions and compliance officers and teams doing layers of vetting before anything ever gets to you. But in the world of private investments, it's on you. You're trusting the projections, the paperwork, and the people. And a deal that looks great on a webinar or a pitch deck can end up underperforming or worse if you didn't know what to look for. That's why due diligence is critical. It's so critical, it's everything. I've seen investors fall in love with an operator's charisma, or they get dazzled by big projections and returns, only to realize later that the assumptions, they just were unrealistic, or the fees were loaded, or the sponsor just didn't have any experience in this asset class. Here's the truth. Passive investing, it doesn't mean uninformed investing, and it definitely doesn't mean unprotected. So, how do you protect yourself? You've got to have a framework that organizes your thinking, a system that you can apply to every deal across every asset class to uncover the red flags and to understand the full picture. That's why I use what I call the SMART framework. Let's go back to the whiteboard for this. So with the SMART framework, it's the same system I use to vet every single opportunity that comes into the SMART Flex Fund. So I'm going to take a few minutes to walk you through this. This is just an overview. So critical to the whole thing, S stands for sponsor. And you've probably heard me say the sponsor is key. Who's running the deal? Do they have a strong track record? Are they transparent? Do they communicate well? Do they have skin in the game? You can have a great deal on paper, but if the sponsor, if they don't know how to operate that deal, or they're not very good about caring about investor outcomes, the whole thing can fall apart. Let's look at M. M is for market. Where's the deal at? Where's it located? Is it in a growing market with job growth, population trends coming into the area, people moving? Real demand. Is it in a landlord-friendly state or highly regulated? Are we in early in the cycle or late? I mean, there's so many market questions. The right market can turn a good deal into a great one, but you can also mistime that and get into a wrong market, or it can wipe out even the best operator. A is for the asset itself. What are you investing in? Is it a Class A multifamily? Is it self-storage in a rural area? Is it cash flowing or value add? Is it easily understandable and stable? Or is it something that's speculative that takes a lot to understand? And most important, how much are you paying for it, and will the business plan support the debt? We don't want assets, or we do want assets that are durable, they're recession resistant, and they're positioned for both income and appreciation. R, this is my favorite part, risk and returns. We call it risk adjusted returns. So what's the upside? But more importantly, what's the downside, and can it be mitigated? Are the returns realistic? Is there a preferred return? What's the split? Is it 80-20, 70-30? What assumptions are being made about rent growth, the exit cap rate, and timelines? Is the debt fixed or is it floating? That's a huge one. Just as important, what are the risks if things don't go as planned? And is there a backup plan if it doesn't? Very, very important questions. Finally, we're down here to T. Like this too. T is for timing. A lot of people overlook this, and taxes. So timing says, why this deal now? Is the timing opportunistic? Like, is it a distressed asset, a discounted entry, or a tax window that we can take advantage of? And then you've got to look at the timeline for distributions. And are there tax benefits like depreciation, oil and gas write-offs that make this deal even stronger? So you have to take all these into consideration. This is just a framework I use. Now, when you evaluate every deal through this lens, you start to uncover the real story behind the pitch. And you're going to avoid the mistakes that most investors make when they jump in blindly. Now, we have to be honest here. Most investors don't have the time, energy, or access to vet every deal this way, and certainly several deals a week this way. That's why I built the SMART Flex Fund. It's so passive investors like you can benefit from the same level of vetting and strategy without needing to become a full-time underwriter or analyst. Every deal in the fund has already gone through this process and even more rigorous process. Not just by me, but a group of 6 to 8 of my peers, other fund managers who I partner with and I trust. We look at dozens of deals every month, and only a small percentage make the cut. The result is we're all assembling a portfolio that's been curated, stress tested, designed to create both income and growth without requiring you to spend hours of research on every sponsor, every term sheet, and every single underwriting model. So now that you know how we evaluate deals, in the next video, I'm going to show you how the SMART Flex Fund actually works, how we've structured it for flexibility, strength, and easy access, and how you can start participating without the overwhelm or the guesswork. So I'll see you on the next video.